that John Peel was telling us about. And when he wasn't there, he'd walk, because we had to do camera shots on the street. People walking by and go, John Peel, how's it going, John? I know everyone was absolutely down about John Peel. Yeah. And when we went into like a local bar, just to get a bit of a break, get a quick drink, people were buying drinks, and the table was covered with bottles of cans, glasses of beer, Guinness and whatnot. He was just so well treated. It was such a fabulous weekend for John Peel.
I mean, I think that shows two things: the affection people have for John Peel, and also the warm welcome you get in Ireland.
Well, it's difficult to know because
it's a bit of both, I think, or possibly both together.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even though we've got a situation where we're knocking the head at each other, we're still a friendly nation, so to speak. And if there's a problem, we never ask what the problem is. They deal with it and then worry about it later. And that's kind of an Irish way of looking at things. If there's a problem, what's your problem? Okay, that's fine. Come on, we'll sort it out later.
Yeah.
And
But that's a great way of doing it. There's sometimes the burying the hatchet is sometimes the hardest thing to do, but really it's the sensible and easiest thing to do, really, isn't it?
Well, I think generally the Irish, I don't know if psyche is the right word, but it's very unconditional. It's just everyone's a friend, and there's no reason to get into a conflict. If someone needs a bit of help, we'll get it sorted.
Well, I'm going to have to let you go in a few minutes.
Okay.
But let's just tell everybody where they can come and see the Undertones on their 40th anniversary tour, and I find that incredible. There's one show in the area. It's down at Harpenden Halls. It's a lovely venue. I was there a few weeks ago, and it's on Friday the 29th of July. And you're on. Have you got a support band, or are you on your own?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Question, I don't know.
So get along there as first thing, just in case there's no support, and see the Undertones. And I'm going to say goodbye to Billy now, and I'll play what is my favourite song actually of the Undertones. It's called Jimmy Jimmy. And thank you very much for your time today, Billy.
Not a problem. Thank you very much.
up and the toilet was overflowing. Must call the plumber. Realised the kids needed swimming lessons as it's all got out of control. Luckily the old windows gave out, so we all floated outside. Must get on to the glazers. And now the garden looks atrocious. Now what was the number for that landscaper?
Because you never know when a potential customer needs you, get yourself listed in your local flyer, the local business directory. Your local flyer, bringing businesses to your fingertips. This is Seclo Sounds, and you can listen to us by clicking Listen Live on our homepage at seclosounds.org for a choice of players. Via TuneIn Radio at www.tunein.com, search for Seclo Sounds and listen online or download the TuneIn app. You can download the Seclo Sounds iPhone app from the iTunes App Store, and you can listen to us on demand at our replay page.
There we are. That's the details of how you can listen to Seclo Sounds now, but in the very near future, and I will give you the exact date as and when it is 100% confirmed, we'll be going FM across Milton Keynes and further afield, and the frequency, write this down, 105.5 FM, and the sticks will be here every Monday morning and again on Thursday mornings at 11 o'clock with the repeat. And I've got some great guests lined up, and I'll tell you about them at the end of the show.
Gary Fitz here, every Monday, 10 o'clock. Coming up, we've got Eric and Ernie. Join me here on Seclo Sounds.
In your smile.
It's from 1975, Eric and Ernie were four...
Gary, it's not Eric and Ernie, it's Earl and Ernie, the Cape Brothers, Union Man.
Oh, I see. Gary Fitz here, every Monday, 10 o'clock.
Earl and Ernie.
My second guest on today's show is a man who's come, well, he's travelled all the way from Australia to talk to us today, but he was born in the same town as me, in Welling Garden City. He's a gentleman, he's a comedy hypnotist, and his name is Matt-hale. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning. Lovely to be back in Hertfordshire, and great to be speaking to you.
It's lovely. I mean, you were born in Welling Garden City. It's at the epicentre of the world, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of people that come through Welling Garden. It's nice to be back and to check the area out again.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a show. It's called 100% Chicken Free.
That's correct. Yes. I kind of make myself as a comedy hypnotist and a TV presenter as well. I travel mainly to my hypnosis shows, and ever since I started, I always had a guarantee that I'd never turn anyone into a chicken. That seems to be the kind of old cliche way of doing things. So my latest show has actually been called 100% Chicken Free. So,
but you were born in Welling Garden City, but you live in Australia now, in Perth, is that right?
Yeah, I live in Perth, on the west coast of Australia. I've been there for probably about 18 years now, so a fair while.
Yeah. Can I ask why you left Welling Garden City to go to Australia?
Well, I started travelling quite extensively from the moment I was able to. So from the moment I was about 18, I started travelling. I used to be a DJ, a club DJ. I used to kind of work overseas and do things like that. And I ended up travelling over to Australia to do kind of backpack around. And as the story with Poms, met a girl there and ended up moving there because of a past love life. So
well, I think the worst places to live anyhow.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you've come over in the summertime in England, not when it's freezing cold. So, but never mind.
No, it's fantastic. We've had some great weather since we've been here.
That's what's good. So I mean, this is the end of the tour. It's the last night, isn't it, of the tour? Before you go?
Yes, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
And you're going. It's for one night only. The Hawthorne Theatre in Welling Garden City. It's the end of July, end of this month, the 30th of July, 8 o'clock. Say the Hawthorne Theatre. Some of you may know it as the Campus West, and you can see. So tell us what people can see when they come. I mean, I think we've all seen hypnotists over the years. Tell us what they can see when they come and see Matt-hale.
What I've kind of prided myself on ever since I started doing my hypnosis shows, it's been a number of years now, is I've always made it, I wanted to be a bit more of a modern approach, and also in the past I used to see shows, and as funny as they may have been to the audience, most of the time you used to kind of think, geez, I'm up there, some of the things they're doing. So I kind of thought, surely you want the audience to be sitting there thinking, oh, I wish it was me up there. It looks so much fun. So I've always designed my show around the fact that the routines we get those people to do once they're hypnotised are really fun for the people to take part in. If you're taking part in it, afterwards you're going to feel really happy that you took part. The audience, those guys are going to be going, I'm going to come back see him next time because I want to get up. So, like the standard start to any hypnosis show, I invite as many people who would like to come up as we have chairs on the stage, and then I take them through what they call a hypnotic induction, which is just relaxing you down to a nice relaxed state of mind. And those people who respond in the quickest during that process, I keep up on the stage. Some of the others I ask to head back to the audience, and then we go into the routines. And the routines have been designed to be funny and fun, but certainly not embarrassing.
So, can you actually hypnotise anybody?
Look, pretty much anyone who wants to be hypnotised can be hypnotised.
Okay.
It is a two-way process, so it's not something if someone says, I don't want to be hypnotised, you're not going to walk up and say, no, I'm definitely going to hypnotise you. It's a very permissive thing. So there's a process to it. It's a two-way process. It's me and you working on this together. It's not me doing something to you, but most people have that focus to be able to get hypnotised.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I must admit, I always thought it was a bit of a rig, and this is many years ago, so about 30-something years ago, I went to see a gentleman called Andrew Newton, who was huge around England at the time, same time as Paul McKenna, and I went to see him in a stage show, and one of my friends ended up going on stage, and he was about 6'6" and about sort of 18 stone, and Andrew Newton made him look a prize one. It was funny, the hot chair, he did the dancing with the broom, he did the Russians are coming, he did all that business, and this guy cannot remember a thing about it.
Actually, it's kind of funny because people quite often say to me, if I get hypnotised, how am I going to remember it? And I always say, absolutely, I'm going to make sure you remember it because I want you to know how much fun you had up there. So if I don't put that suggestion in to remember everything, then there are, some people do have different experiences where it was almost very dreamlike. If you're open to suggestion during the show, when the great suggestion for me to give you at the end is, once you leave here, you can remember very clearly how much fun you had over here. I want you to be another ad for another show.
Yeah, it's because I've seen on the thing it says that no two shows are ever the same.
Absolutely. I mean, I can run the same routines consecutive nights, absolutely, but you have different responses, different reactions to those routines with whoever is sitting in those seats on that night. So it's a very fluid show, and you will find me laughing as much as the audience because things do genuinely surprise me every night as well. The responses, it's amazing. Every night I get something that's like, oh God, I've never had someone react or say this or do this, and sometimes I do have to stop myself from laughing as much just to continue the show. And
of course, I must say to everybody, it's risk-free. There's no danger in it or anything like that, is there?
No, absolutely not. I think there's been a lot of old movies and things which have had a lot to play in some strange perceptions of what hypnosis is in the past. But, it's just a really focused state of mind, using your imagination. We all actually do this ourselves, but we just call it different things. If you've ever daydreamed, which is everybody, that is pretty much the same state of mind. It's just that when you hypnotise, it's pretty much like daydreaming on purpose, So that kind of state of mind where your mind drifts off and, we all do it when we're driving. We can get in a car, drive somewhere, get somewhere and think, oh, geez, I don't really remember doing that journey that clearly, but I'm here safely. And that's the same state of mind as we use on stage. So we're kind of like getting the mind focused elsewhere at the same time as...
Do you know, I must be hypnotised every day then, I think. I think I must be hypnotised every day. I don't know. But you've been over, you've been over in Australia for 18 years.
Yes.
But you do the fringe world, which is what, like Edinburgh Fringe is in England, isn't it? It
is, actually. The one in Western Australia is now the third biggest in the world. So I know, obviously, Edinburgh Festival is the biggest in the world. But, for a relatively small world city, Perth has actually got the third biggest fringe festival in the world. So, we had a fantastic run there earlier this year. I think we sold out about 20 shows in a row, and I think it had the kind of viral effect where people would come to see the show, and if they didn't take part, they were like, "Oh, now I want to come back and take part." So they.
Yeah, but it is. It's word of mouth. Actually, is the best advert in the world. We can talk about your show as much as you like, and it will have a certain effect. But people, go and see a show or go to a restaurant or do this, and it's the word of mouth. It's the domino effect, or whatever you like to call it. Yeah,
yes.
It works really, really well. But you've not only travelled in Australia or done Sydney and all over the place, but you've worked in Vegas as well.
Yeah, look, I've spoken at some different things in Vegas. I get the chance to do that. And in fact, I'm heading to Vegas next month again, actually.
You lucky son.
A big hypno thing over there. And I mean, that's always fun.